And we'll start to deepen our breath. Inhale through the nose, drawing the breath into the throat, into the chest, and into the belly. And exhale, drop your jaw side out. Again, inhale through the nose, filling up, belly expands. And exhale, drop your jaw side out. One more just like that. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And side out. Changing the rhythm of our breath just a little bit. Inhale through the nose. Seal the lips. Exhale out of the nose. Hearing the sound of the ocean in your own ears. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. Cultivating your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victory breath, the breath that guides the practice. Start to walk your hands forward. Lift your forearms off the mat and shrug your shoulders up, back, and around in one direction. And then roll your shoulders the other way. Press into your left sitting bone and walk your hands over to the right, finding the stretch from your left pinky to your left hip. And walk your hands back through center and over to the left, pressing into the right sitting bones. Full side body stretch, opening the back of the shoulder. Walk your hands back through center. Starfish your fingers, press into all 10 fingers and slowly roll up to tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, tops of your feet pressing down. Inhale, heavy your belly and gaze forward. And exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, heavy your belly, gaze forward, cow pose. And exhale, tuck and round. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, roll it back to cat. Gaze forward of your mat, finding a neutral neck and a neutral spine. Reach your right leg back behind you, 4 to 6 inches off the mat. And then cross that toe over to the left and press it into the mat or the floor on the side of the mat. Gaze over your left shoulder, press into your toes, kick back through your heel, just rock forward and back. Lift that right leg and kick it back behind you. Press into your right hand, reach your left arm forward, spinal balance. Inhale for length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee and hold. Draw your navel to your spine. Hold and breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Press it out. Finding length. Release your left hand to the mat. Sweep your left foot off the mat and peel your right hip open. Then draw your right hand toward the sky. You can keep that leg floating or you can drop the foot, getting extra stability with the foot grounded. Reach through those fingertips, lay your shoulder back. It's a modified side plank either way. One more breath. Spin that right hand down. Sweep that left foot onto the mat. Keeping that right leg lifted, we'll take 3 sunbirds, lowering the shoulders to elbow height. Elbows graze the ribs, press it up. Lower and lift. One more time, lower and lift. Drop your right toes and the left toes meet the right. High plank and hold. Press through your heels. Draw your pubic bone toward your chin. Crown of your head reaches forward. Shift your shoulders 1 inch forward. Drop your knees. Bend your elbows back. Hover your shoulders at elbow height. Engage your core. Uncurl your toes. Lower your chin and chest toward the earth. And then press into the tops of your feet. Peel your heart forward. Baby cobra. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. Press into your hands, shift your hips, tabletop position. Starfish your fingers, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over your knees. One time inhale, heavy the belly. And exhale, tuck and round. Find that neutral spine. Second side, release that left leg back behind you, kick through the heel, toes point down. Shift that leg off the right side of the mat. Press into the toes, into the heel. Rock forward and back, just letting the back of that leg open. And then sweep that left leg back behind you, kick through the heel. Press into the left hand, reach the right arm forward, spinal balance. Inhale for length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, elbow to knee and hold. Draw your navel to your spine. Hold and breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Reach it out. Replant the right hand. Keep that leg lifted. Sweep the right foot off the mat. Peel the left hip to the sky. Left hand can reach high. You can drop that back foot. Take this your way, modified side plank. Spin that left hand down. Sweep that right foot back onto the mat. And we'll take those 3 sunbirds second side. Dropping the shoulders to elbow height as the elbows graze the ribs. Press it up. Lower. And press. Lower. And lift. Drop the left toes. Step the right toes to meet the left. High plank and hold. Press the earth away. Knit your ribs. Deepen your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. 1 more breath. Shift an inch forward. And lower your shoulders to elbow height. Knees stay lifted if you choose. Curl over your toes. Upward facing dog. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Hips are high. Heels are heavy. Press into your forefinger and thumb. Spin your inner arms in toward each other. Shake your head yes and shake your head no. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, tiptoe forward to the front of your mat. Feet are inner hips width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flatten your back, peek out, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Hang your head. Press into your feet. Draw your navel to your spine. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, then send them down the back and pull your heart forward. Mountain pose. Right away, we're going to start with our sun salutation A, Surya Namaskar A, warming up the spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Circle your left wrist, press into your left foot, side lean over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Circle your right wrist, press into your right foot, side lean over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, dive and fold, leading with your heart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to the top of your push-up and lower your way, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Curl over your toes, upward facing. Exhale back. downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, gaze forward. This time maybe step walk or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, sweep the arms overhead, press the palms, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up, circle the left wrist, side lean over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Circle the right wrist and side lean over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, dive and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees. This time maybe you press into your palms and float it back, top of your push-up, lower, upward facing, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. One more round. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step walk, float it forward. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, press the palms, see the thumbs, reset at heart center. Inhale, sweep it up, circle and side lean to the right. Inhale, center. Circle and side lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, dive and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step walk, float it back and lower. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Coming back to the breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Moving on to our sun salutation B. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step walk, float it forward. This time toes touch, a sliver between your heels, sit your hips so low that your fingertips graze the earth. Then peel your heart forward, draw your biceps back by your ears, spin your pinkies or press your palms, and sit your hips even lower. Just glance down, see all 10 toes. Maybe lift them to feel the weight in your heels, chair pose. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Then peel your left arm forward, right arm back. It's an open arm twist. Keeping your knees together and your hips squaring toward the front of your mat. Gaze is behind you. One more breath. Inhale back through chair pose, center line. And exhale, twist the other way. Right arm forward, left arm back. Gazing at your backhand. Drawing your left hip forward. Inhale, back through chair pose, center line. Exhale, dive and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step walk, float it back and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Come forward to plank, knee to nose. Lift it up to make space and step that right foot through. Spin the back heel down, press into the feet. Inhale to rise up, warrior one. Again, you can press the palms or spin the pinkies. The biceps are by your ears. Your right knee is tracking forward toward the pinky toe. Deepen your breath. Bring your hands to heart center. We're moving toward the back of our mat, connecting our left elbow with our left knee. Skandasana side lunge. Melt into your hips. Right toes can be grounded or pointed toward the sky. One more breath. Press into your left toes and move yourself forward. Spin off your back heel, plant your left hand, peel your right arm to the sky, dragonfly twist. Gazing up at your top hand, pressing the earth away and kicking through that back heel. Release your right hand down. Step back to the top of your push-up or float that right leg for three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale back, downward facing. Second side. Inhale the left leg up. Come forward to plank, knee to nose. Lift it up to make space and step it through. Spin the back heel down. Inhale to rise up, warrior one. And refine, ground through the outer edge of that right heel. Steer your right hip forward, left hip back. Lunging deeply into that front knee. Pressing the palms and breathing. Hands come to heart center. Connect the right elbow with the right knee, moving toward the back of the mat, melting the hips, pulling the heart forward, breathing and balancing. Press into the right toes, move yourself forward, plant your right hand, spin off your back heel, peel your left arm to the sky, dragonfly twist. Navel to spine. Spin your right ribs toward your left thigh. And then plant your left hand. Step back to the top of your push-up or float that leg, three-legged chaturanga. Then all four paws on the mat, upward facing. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Coming back to the breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step, walk, float it forward. Toes touch, sliver between your heels. Inhale, chair pose, sit it low. Exhale, peel it open, left arm forward, right arm back, taking that twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, dive and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, walk, float it back, and lower, upward facing, downward facing dog. Adding on to our flow, inhale the right leg up, come forward, knee to nose, lift it up, and step it through. Spin the back heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, side lunge, skandasana, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, move it forward, plant the left hand, peel the right arm, dragonfly twist. Sweep that right hand down, drop the left knee, uncurl the toes, and shift the hips back, runner stretch. Right toes toward your nose, melting your heart. Directing your breath where the hamstring meets the glute. Plant that right foot, curl the back toes under, spin the back heel down, straighten the front leg. Circle the right wrist and draw it up and back behind you, sky archer pose. Press into the right big toe. Feel that long line of energy all the way up the right side body. One more breath. Release your left hand down inside the foot, spin off the back heel, and then roll to the outer edge of that left foot. Stack your right leg on top of your left side plank. Lots of modifications for this. You can drop your top foot, take some of the weight out of your hand, or you can drop your bottom knee. Either way, you're lifting, reaching, breathing, building strength, endurance, and breath for 3, 4, 2, and 1. High plank, low plank, upward facing, downward facing dog. Hips are high, heels are heavy. Second side, inhale the left leg up, knee to nose, and step it through. Spin the back heel down, inhale, warrior one. Hands to heart center, right elbow, right knee, side lunge. Press into the right foot, move it forward, plant the right hand, spin off the back heel, peel it open, dragonfly twist. Release that left hand, drop the right knee, uncurl the toes and shift the hips back. Toes toward the nose, runner stretch. Rebend into that left knee, plant the foot, curl the back toes, spin the heel down, straighten the front leg, circle the left wrist, sky archer pose. Drawing that hand back, press into the left big toe. And then release that right hand down inside the foot, spin to the outer edge of the right foot, stack the legs, drop a knee, drop a foot, side plank, Vashisthasana, holding and breathing for 3, 4, 2, and 1. High plank, low plank, upward facing, downward facing dog. Hips are high, heels are heavy. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step walk, float it forward. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, just fold. Separate your feet, inner hips width distance apart. Bring your peace fingers around your big toes, connect your middle finger with your thumb. Then press your toes down, inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides and draw the crown of your head toward the earth. We call this Padangusthasana, hand to foot pose. Feeling that stretch all the way up the backs of your legs. One more breath. Inhale, look forward, and exhale here. Release the toes and then slide the hands underneath the feet, letting the toes tickle your wrist creases. And shift your weight into your toes and off your heels. This helps release your wrists from all of those chaturangas. It's a stretch behind the backs of your shoulders. One more breath. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, slide your hands out. Then plant your left hand underneath your nose. Take your peace fingers around that right big toe. Press into the left foot and into the left hand and lift that right leg out to the side. Balance, strength, hold and breathe for 3. Maybe lift it an extra inch for 2. And 1. Release that foot down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the right hand underneath your nose. Peace fingers around the left big toe. Press into the right hand and the right foot and lift that leg out to the side. Just notice the difference. Does one side have more space, more lift, or more tension? Hold here and breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Drop that foot. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Big toes touch, liver between your heels. Inhale, chair pose, just for transition's sake. Sit a little lower, plant your hands, draw your knees into your triceps, navel to spine. We're moving into a crow, arm balance. If this is in your practice, just go right into it. If not, from here, just look forward. Looking forward is the key. Draw the navel to the spine. Maybe just lift one foot. Maybe lift the other foot. Maybe just rock forward and back and feel what that feels like. Or you can shift forward, lift your toes to touch for the full expression of the pose for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Drop your feet, step back to the top of your push-up, right into down dog, or take a chaturanga dandasana. Reset the spine. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step walk, float it forward. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, sweep your arms overhead, press your palms to your thumbs, reset at heart center. Really nice. Moving into some short sequences to experience lots of different postures. So from the front of your mat, step your right foot back behind you. Tee your arms and parallel your feet to the long side of your mat. We call this side center. Turn your right toes to face the back of your mat. Shift your arm forward, right arm forward, left hip back, and down, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Gazing up at your top hand, laying your head back in space. The crown of your head is floating forward, and you're breathing. One more breath. Gaze down, bend into your right knee, reach your right hand 4 inches forward of your foot and lift that left leg, half moon balance. So you're pressing into your right foot, you're kicking through the left heel, the left hip is open. If you want to test your balance, you gaze up at that top hand. One more breath. Kick your left heel toward your seat and pick up your left ankle or the shoelace side of your foot. Draw your knee back in space. This is called candy cane or bound half moon. You can stay here or you press into all 4 corners of that right foot and start to lift your right hand coming up to dancer pose. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Holding, breathing, kicking, and reaching for 3, 4, 2, and 1. With control, you release that foot, step it back, and touch side center. Hands to your hips. Inhale through your nose, exhale out of your nose. Inhale, touch side center, turn the feet to the back of the house, left toes pointing forward. Shift your left hand forward and down, back at the front of the house. Stacking your shoulders, triangle pose, second side. Laying your head back, opening up, heart is lifting, cultivating a little back bend in this pose. Gaze down at your left big toe, start to bend into your left knee. Reach that left hand 4 inches forward of the foot and lift that right leg. Half moon balance. Kick through that heel, lift a leg 1 extra inch. Reach through the fingertips and maybe just shift the corner of your eye to see those top fingers. Kick your heel toward your seat. Reach for the shoelace side of your foot. Draw that knee back. Peeling the shoulder back to candy cane or bound half moon. You can stay here or start to lighten the weight on those left fingers and peel that arm up. Dancer pose. Kicking, reaching, breathing for 3, 4, 2. And 1, with control, reach that foot back, touch side center, and then stand at the top of your mat, Samastitihi, standing at attention pose or mountain pose. Collect your breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up, press your palms, see your thumbs, hands reset at heart center. And then step that right foot back again, touch side center. Revolved variation. Turn your right toes to face the back of your mat. Sweep that left hand up, around, and down, inside or outside that foot. Your legs are yearning towards straight. Your top arm is reaching toward the ceiling. You're moving your left ribs toward your straight right leg. Inhale for length. And exhale, increase the twist. One more breath. Gaze down at your right foot. Move your right hand out and about 3 inches in front of the foot. Bend into the right knee. Spin off the back heel and lift that left leg. Keep that right hand moving toward the sky. Revolved half moon. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Kick your left heel toward your seat. Right hand reaches for the inside of that foot. Come up to your fingertips and pull your heart forward. You can stay here or reach that left arm forward, twisted dancer pose. Kicking, reaching, and breathing for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Again, with control, unwind the pose, touching side center. Hands to the hips, inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Tee the arms, turn the feet, left toes forward, right toes are on a diagonal. Sweep that right hand up and around, landing it inside or outside. That left foot, top arm to the sky. Peeling the right ribs to the left thigh, pressing the earth away, reaching through those left fingertips, revolve triangle. One more breath. Gaze forward, reach the right hand 3 inches forward, spin off the back heel, lift the right leg. Gazing up at that top hand, revolved half moon. Opening up that outer hip, one more breath. And then kick the right heel to the seat, pick up the big toe side of that foot, draw that knee back behind you, lighten the weight on your fingertips, gazing forward, press into the left foot, and reach your right arm forward. Twisted dancer pose, kicking, reaching, breathing for 3, 4, 2, and 1. With control, unwind the pose and step it forward, Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep your arms up, press your palms, reset at heart center. Side angle pose. Reach your arms out, touch side center. Turn your right toes to face the back of your mat, bend deeply into that right lunging leg. Lots of variations here. You can bring your elbow to your knee and your top arm sweeps over your ear. You can bring your bottom hand down inside the foot, top arm to the sky. That's called side angle B, connecting your forearm with your shin. A deeper version is to move your right hand to the pinky edge side of your foot and the top arm sweeps over your ear. You tuck your chin into your armpit and gaze at your left pinky, holding here and breathing. 4, 3, 4, 2, and 1. Unwind the pose. Touch side center. Turn your left toes to face the front of your mat. Bend deeply into that left lunging leg. And side angle, second side, yogi's choice, A, B, or C. Hand outside, sweep the top arm. Inside, top arm to the sky or elbow to knee. Tuck the chin, gaze forward, just with your eyes. Breathing here. One more breath. Press into the feet, unwind the pose, touch side center. Hands come to heart center. Turn your right toes to the back of the mat. Bend deeply. You can spin off the back heel to give your hips more space. And then hook your elbow around the right knee, pressing the palms, revolved variation. From here, if you want to, you can spin that back heel down, closing that little space, twisting a little deeper. You can also fly your arms open, or you can tuck that top arm into the left hip crease. Holding here, peeling your shoulder back, twisting deeply for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Unwind the pose, touch side center. Second side, turn the left toes forward, bend deeply, spin off the back heel, hands at heart center. Hook that elbow, press through the back heel for stability, and then maybe you spin it down. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, increase the twist, flying the arms open if you want, or tuck that left hand into the right hip crease. Peel the shoulder back, move the heart forward for 3, for 2, and 1. Press into the feet, unwind the pose, touch side center, and step it forward, Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep it up, press the palms, reset at heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Bring your hands behind you, either reverse prayer or reach for opposite elbows. And then step your right foot all the way around. It's a moderate stance, let's say 2 feet. Both legs stay straight. Press your heart forward and up. And then exhale, dive and fold. Nose toward your toes, pyramid pose. Hanging your head and breathing. The crown of your head is yearning toward the earth. 1 more breath. Release the bind behind you, bend into that right knee, reach your arms forward for hover, shift your weight into the right foot and lift that left leg. Warrior 3, capital T. Kicking, reaching, and breathing. One more breath. Micro bend that knee, drop it back, and touch side center. A little interlude before we move back to the second side. Heels come in, toes go out, melt into your hips, goddess squat. Holding here and breathing. Maybe sit a little lower. Sit a little lower. And a little lower for 3, for 2, and 1. Straighten your legs, tee your arms. Lift your arms high to the sky, star your pose, parallel your feet, dive and forward fold. Wide leg forward fold. You can bring your legs out even further, reaching the crown of your head toward the earth, moving your hands back in line with the heels of your feet. If anyone has a tripod headstand, feel free to take it. Otherwise, we're just pressing the crown of our head into the earth and lifting up through our sitting bones. Press your weight into your heels, into your hands. Inhale, half lift. And exhale. Heel toe your feet in a little bit narrower. Hands to your hips. And come up to stand. Bring your hands behind you, either opposite elbows or reverse prayer, and turn your toes back to the front of the mat. Take that moderate stance, only 2 feet or so. Press your hands into your low back, lift your hips, and exhale, fold, pyramid pose. Draw your feet isometrically toward each other. Energy up from your left heel all the way up the back of the leg. 1 more breath. Bend into that left knee. Reach your arms forward and hover. Start to shift your weight into the left foot and lift that left leg high to the sky. Warrior 3, capital T. Not the left leg, right leg, sorry. Holding, breathing, reaching for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop it back, touch side center, hands to heart center, and step it forward, reset mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, dive and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step walk, float it back, and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, gaze forward, step walk, float forward, and find a seat. Right away, we're in Navasana boat pose. Lift up through your toes, Work to straighten your legs. Reach your hands forward, holding here and breathing. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, lift the hips, sit it back down. Boat pose, Navasana. Holding here, draw your navel to your spine, pull your heart forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, lift the seat, lower, lift the legs. One more boat. Work to straighten the legs, point the toes, hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, lift it up, move your hands forward, step, walk, float it back, and lower. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Hips are high, heels are heavy. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step, walk, float it forward, and find a seat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Draw the sole of your right foot into your left thigh and shift your torso an inch over your left leg. Reach your hands forward, either for your foot, your ankle, your calf, wherever you are. Inhale for length and exhale, fold deeply. Janu Shirshasana. One more breath. Walk your hands back in and switch legs. Right leg out, left sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Shift your torso, finding a little baby twist, and walk your hands down the leg. Inhale for length and exhale, fold deeply. One more breath. Walk your hands back in, cross your ankles, lift your hips, plant your hands, step, walk, float it back, and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step, walk, float it forward, and find a seat. Left leg out, right knee to the sky. The heel of your right foot is in toward your right seat, but there's a little space between your legs. You reach your right arm forward so that your knee and your shoulder are somewhat in line with each other. Turn that right thumb down and sweep that right arm around the knee. Then maybe reach the left arm forward, turn it down, thumb down, and sweep it back, finding the bind. Marichyasana B. Connecting the fingers if you can. If not, just hold on to your shirt, your waistband, or your shorts. Drawing your knee in toward your torso, breathing here. Pressing down behind your left kneecap. So it's an active leg. One more breath. Unwind the pose. Reach your right leg out, draw your left heel in. Keeping a little bit of space, press into that left foot. Press it into the earth, get some stability. Then reach that left hand forward. So your shoulder's in line with the knee, turn the thumb down, sweep that arm back around. Reach that right arm forward, find length in the arm, turn the thumb down, reach it back, and maybe find that bind. Press down through that right kneecap, flex the toes, hold and breathe. One more breath. Release the bind, cross the ankles, lift the seat, plant the hands, step, walk, float it back and lower. Inhale, upward facing, exhale back. Downward facing dog. Come up on your tippy toes, step, walk, float it forward, find a seat, reach your legs out in front of you, reach your arms out in front of you, Slowly lower all the way down. Plant your palms, bring your feet to the mat, knees to the ceiling, heels come in close enough that you can graze the backs of them. Press into your feet and into your hands. Inhale, lift your hips for bridge pose. Walk your shoulder blades onto the back. Maybe bind your hands underneath your sitting bones. Drawing your hands closer to your heels. Lifting your hips and feeling that full front body stretch. One more breath. If you have the bind, unwind the hands and just plant one on top of the other, and then sit your tailbone onto your hands. Reach your legs up overhead, flexing your toes toward your nose. This is an L shape. You can stay here. It's an inversion. It gets the blood flowing in the opposite direction. If you want a little deeper inversion, press your hands into the mat, lift your hips, support your low back, and reach your feet toward the ceiling, stacking ankles over knees, knees over hips. We call this shoulder stand. One more breath. Drop your toes overhead, plow pose, tucking your chin into your chest. This can be claustrophobic for some people, so if this isn't working for you, don't take it. It's a really good massage of your thyroid gland. One more breath. And then supporting your low back, slowly roll out of it and come up to seated. So if anyone, we're taking 3 special closing postures. If anyone has lotus in their practice, you can take lotus. Otherwise, you just take a comfortable seat. If you're taking lotus, you take your right ankle into your left hip crease to start, and then you take your left ankle into your right hip crease. Then you take your right hand behind the back, left hand behind the back, and you reach for opposite elbows. Inhale for length. And exhale, fold forward, releasing your third eye to the mat. We call this Yoga Mudra. And breathe. One more breath. Inhale, lift your torso up. Release the bind, bring the backs of your hands to your knees. Your 3 fingers, pinky, ring, and middle finger point down. Your thumb and your forefinger touch, making a circle. Padmasana. Slowing down the breath. Release your hands by your sides, tucking your hands underneath your thighs, right just by your hips. Lean your torso forward, shrinking the distance between you and the earth. Draw your navel to your spine. Pull up through the pelvis, and in one movement, inhale, lift your legs, float, and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Unwind the legs, roll over, take one final Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Tiptoe forward to the front of your mat. Sink your hips, come to lie down, let your feet flap open, arms by your sides, palms face up. Final resting pose. Shavasana. Your whole body absorbs the benefits of your practice. Release your jaw, let your tongue float. And let everything be heavy into the mat. Start to reconnect with your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Let your knees fall to the right and slowly make your way up to seated. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, press your palms, see your thumbs, and bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.